What's good? This is Nigel. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Uplift Fitness Club podcast. If this is your first time tuning in, or if you're not subscribed or following the channel, please be sure to follow the podcast on any platform that you're listening on. Here we talk about fitness, finance, and motivation. So if that's something that you're interested in, definitely you want to follow so you can be aware anytime we drop new content. Also, please share the platform, share the podcast with anyone you feel like the content may help. We drop new episodes every single Tuesday faithfully. So with no further ado, let's get it. Imagine if Shorty came out with a line of edibles. Imagine if she came out with, her own nail line. Like she always wearing lashes. What if she came out with like lashes that stay on when you sweat? Or she could probably sign a deal with Nike, honestly, bro. Like all that perception is kind of changed. Mm-hmm. Like you can get a deal even though you smoke weed,
right?
Even though you anything, bro.
Right.
So I think she will capitalize off of it. I just hope she can get on that stage. But I do think that the stage is flawed, and we have a really skewed perception of like what's important. Because let me ask you this: if you're the fastest, do you need to go to the Olympics? What's going on, people? This is Nigel.
This is Brad.
And this is the Uplift Fitness Club podcast.
So what we talking about, man? We want to get into mental health, bro. Man, we coming.
Let's start positive.
Okay.
Even though mental health is positive, but start even more positive than that.
What's going on? So we had Olympics is here.
Olympics is here.
CP3 is getting ready to sweep. He getting ready to sweep the Bucks.
Man, let me tell you something.
Getting ready.
Let me tell you something. The Bucks, all they got is Giannis.
Giannis dropped 40 and they still lost by what?
By like 10, 12 points. Yeah. It's like Drew Holiday, I don't think he's the type of player that can play with Giannis. Cause I think he needs somebody that can shoot. Cause he's a finisher. Like he's not a bad shooter, but he's definitely not a spot up guy.
Yeah.
So he needs to be able to penetrate and pop.
Like that shot.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But Giannis can't space the floor.
Yeah, he gotta be coming down the lane at all times.
Right. That's like you can't put Russell Westbrook in Milwaukee because both of them penetrate the lane. Mm-hmm. So, and then on top of that, a lot of times they playing Brook Lopez with Giannis.
Yeah.
So you got two big men basically crowding the paint.
Yeah.
So Drew Holiday not gonna be able to be effective. Then Chris Middleton sometime. So Chris Paul definitely
on and on.
He more than likely gonna win his first ring, bro.
Yeah.
I just found myself rooting for it. You know how it go, like whoever losing, I'll be rooting for. Yeah, I'll be rooting for. Yeah. So
they got that going on. So the championship, we got the Olympics coming up here. What is it? I think it's the July 23rd.
Like
Tokyo.
2 weeks.
Is it Tokyo?
Tokyo. Tokyo. They got the whole Olympics, man.
Yeah, I had watched a soccer game too.
Nobody want to talk about that.
Look, man. Hey, bro, what's his name? Ronaldo.
Which one? Talking about the tall one or the short one?
I'm talking about the tall one. He played with like Portugal.
Yeah.
Money long, man.
Yeah, he do. He got like probably a B. Yeah.
That's why I'm doing my kids and that they be overseas.
Bro, my little brother
playing goalie.
Let me tell you something. My little brother, bro, 6 years. He just turned 7.
Saving everything. Yeah.
I went to his game this year. Bro had 4 goals. This is the first game I seen of his.
Yeah.
He had 4 goals.
Yeah.
They won the game 4-0.
Dang. Yeah. And then sweep himself.
Hey, bro, he told this is the thing. He got an older brother.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody on the field, some of them might have some siblings, but for the most part, they play against people their age.
Yeah.
He always playing with his older brother's friends.
Yeah.
So as my older little brother is learning stuff, he learning at the same time. Mm-hmm. He tough, bro. Like he made a travel team for 2 years older than his actual age.
Yeah. Yeah,
he might go somewhere with the soccer, man.
Hey, it's a good time to be alive, man. Olympics coming up. Championship going on right now.
But is it really the Olympics when you ain't got them dogs?
Who's them dogs?
Man, I'm talking about Sha'Carri Richardson, man.
Oh, man.
Man, they got everybody.
Man, that was a good story. Build up too, man. It was
Right,
It was
mama
perfect.
passed.
Well, hey, I guess that wasn't. That's not too.
This
good.
is a good story.
Yeah, it's
though.
a good story.
I'm not talking about it's good that happened.
Yeah,
I'm talking about that's a good story.
it's a good story. Yeah,
You know, you win.
everybody was rooting for it. Everybody.
Right, absolutely. Especially the black community.
Yeah.
Keep it a static. Like some people don't care. But when we see somebody that's representing the culture,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? She got a damn lace front on the track.
Yeah.
You know, shout out to all my ladies that wear
You
lace
know,
front.
she's the top 10 fastest woman all time.
Bro, she's a dog.
Yeah, that's
She's-
crazy. But she did that at 19.
Yeah, that's the only
That's
like
crazy.
silver lining in this whole thing is that she's so young.
Yeah, right now I think she's 21.
Yeah, you know,
Something like
but she
that.
got time though. You know,
She definitely has time to make a big comeback. Actually, she probably already would have a somewhat of a comeback still in the Olympics. I heard that she may be able to compete in the relay. Oh, no, they got rid of it
took it
altogether.
off the tip. They didn't even select her. Yes,
Oh.
that's why it's so deep because it's like, all right, she messed up. They suspended her for 30 days.
Yeah.
But she was eligible
For the relay.
to do the 4x100. The team didn't even select her, bro. And she's undeniably the best.
Right, that's the best option.
Yeah, like
That's the
there's
best
nobody
option.
else that you would rather have.
Right. And they
So
pick her up.
we talking about politics at this point. You know what I'm saying? It's a little bit deeper than just
So
she messed up.
who selects these teams? Have you done
I don't know who selects. I mean,
I look into that.
it's got to be something like the coaches or I mean I don't know who select for basketball. It's like man, I don't know who the hell select. But you know what I can probably guarantee, bro, is that a person of color probably didn't have the final say with that
Yeah.
decision. You know what I'm saying? And if I'm wrong about that, so be it. But I would guess that it's probably not a black person saying, "Oh, the fastest fastest woman in the world right now can't
It's
be
not
on our
get selected.
team."
Yeah.
It's just not gonna happen.
For something that is still huge, right? Because she violated
Right.
one of the rules, but she was still eligible for this event.
Right.
So there should have been no question this person's going to be on the team. She didn't do something that was, she didn't rob and kill nobody.
And then it's, bro, it's like the lack of compassion. Because, her mom passed a few weeks ago.
Right.
Supposedly, she did it because her mom, which makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
It lines up. It's just one of those things where I'm cool with the accountability.
Yeah.
But yeah, that doesn't make sense. If she's eligible to be on this team, why are you, in a sense, my opinion, you're punishing this person
Past
for
the scope
of what she's done.
Exactly.
So it's just right now you just being, you're doing extra stuff right now.
Yeah. Now she gotta
Doesn't make
wait.
sense.
She gotta wait a full, 3 years.
Oh man, she might come back
A beast.
because she's 21. She's not even at the peak.
But that's the thing. Like, there's so many variables. That's why it's such.
Yeah.
It's so messed up because you never know what's gonna happen in between now and then.
Yeah.
And imagine that we never get to see her at her best.
We be talking about it like Josh Gordon.
Yes, man. That's a sad story, bro.
Hopefully he's on the up though. Hopefully she come back like
applying.
Randy Moss.
Hopefully so. He applying for reinstatement too. Josh
Yeah.
Gordon, he just applied for like the 6th time.
That's why I had to just look at that.
Hey man, shout out.
That's like the 8th time I heard that, man. Josh Gordon was cold.
Josh Gordon coming back,
Man,
next year. Josh Gordon coming back.
he come back. It's over. Josh Gordon had one season.
Bro, he was the coldest, bro. And he was in my
And
division.
I had him on my fantasy team that year too.
Bro, how did you get him on your fantasy?
Bro,
Nobody knew.
I picked him up just pure luck. I seen him play one game. I said, dang.
Nobody had him?
Yeah, nobody had him. He was a free agent.
Yeah.
And I seen him play one game. I'm like, oh, dang, he's kind of cold. He look like he's going to be pretty good.
He was mega
So I
strong.
just picked him up. Bro, I had him, like Gronk that year. Gronk was catching like 2 touchdowns a game that season. And I had him. I was blowing everybody out.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that was a year he had like 1,600, 1,700 yards. He put up like 200 on the Steelers.
Yeah.
He was a dog. He's still, I don't know. I don't know what he like right now, but I feel like
But
certain time you just run out of chances.
Yeah. I mean, you get older too. Then it's a sport where you fight. You're going against your age.
Yeah, for sure.
You're going against time. That like it's only
because it's always a new crop coming up.
Every Josh Gordon on their way up. So
all right. So let me ask you this question because it's something I've been thinking about. It's not just Sha'Carri Richardson being left off the 4x100 team. You could say whether or not you feel like the punishment was fair with her not running the 100, but I feel like there's at least some validity to that. She smoked weed, you ain't supposed to do that. We get it.
Cool. Yeah.
But then there's like a brand of swim cap that black swimmers wear that compete in the swimming competition, whatever, and it's banned. They banned it from the Olympics. Now it's like for natural hair. So, black women sometimes they got a lot of hair. They need something a little bigger than just a regular Speedo.
Right.
But they banned it from competition. It was something else.
Due to the material that it was made out of?
Nah, just due to the fact that it wasn't the right brand, or it was. They said it was a little bit bigger than it should have been. But It's like black people hair is just a little different.
Yeah.
There was a few other things that the Olympic, I guess you'd call it the committee did that could be viewed as discriminatory towards black people, specifically, and I think black women in particular. My question is this: at what point, and it probably ain't never gonna happen, but do you feel like people should take a stand and sit out of the Olympics when it's like so much injustice happening, or do you feel like everybody should just be on their own accord? And then I got a follow-up question after that.
So you saying at what point do you think is necessary for us, or what point do you think that we will take that stand?
That's a good counter. So let me take it off the Olympics, right?
Yeah.
Colin Kaepernick sat down for the anthem. We all know what happened. Can you talk about this?
Yeah, I can talk about this.
All right, bet. So he sat down for the anthem. Obviously the league is 70% black.
Right.
People took their stances. They basically exiled him from the league the following year.
Right.
All right. All it takes for something to happen is for a group with power to demonstrate their power.
Yeah.
So let's say all the black players decide to sit out. You know what I'm saying? Or if we take it off of the race situation, when the collective bargaining agreement comes up, if it's terms like, NFL players not getting guaranteed contracts, they don't get the percentage of the TV rights that they want. If every player just decided to sit out, how quickly would they get the terms that they're looking for? I.e., Colin Kaepernick being reinstated in the league, getting on a team, or black Olympians getting these things passed. The head joint, Sha'Carri Richardson being put on the team. Imagine if the whole 4x100 team sat out because they're like, this don't make no sense.
Right. We need this person here to compete.
Exactly. So even if it ain't every Olympian, at what point is it our, not responsibility, but is it incumbent upon black people to unify and exert some form of power?
Yeah. I think it's difficult. One, for everybody to come together, it's just hard to get that much people all on board with the same idea, with the same common goal.
Always.
It's always a conflict of interest, right? You got people with different circumstances, different things going on in life, right? Somebody may not be able to take that knee because their mama's sick. They got these bills to pay, they can't.
It's true. That's true.
You got others who, man, I just got this opportunity, and
they on thin ice.
I don't want to do that. I just don't want to do that. I feel like I worked my whole life to get to this opportunity, and I see what's going on, but I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
I don't want to ruin this. And then you got the other ones that are willing to put it all on the line. It just some things they take in perspective with just different things going on in everybody's lives. It's just so much different scenarios. So
I think you touched on it.
Yeah, I'm just not sure if we could ever really. I'm trying to think even just going back in terms the MLK days of how much people was really coming together. MLK, not only did he have he had a lot of parties coming together to support him. It wasn't just us. So I feel like I'm not sure if all black people all together came together and took a stand. That's even enough. I feel like we gotta have some more on board with this to really make that change.
Well, let's look at something that recently just happened. With the NCAA, like all college players being able to use their likeness. It makes sense. Everybody knew it should have happened. It's only a handful of people who was against that. Now you got high school players signing $1 million contracts, bro. And all it took was just for the narrative to shift, like the dialogue to be continuously put at the forefront. Pay these players. And it's not, the institution don't have to do it, but at least let me make some money off of my name. Just like any other college student could do. So, and that didn't take every single person being on the same accord, didn't take everybody standing up and saying the same thing. It just took a loud enough minority to come forward and say, this doesn't make sense. You had a group of players, it's one of the colleges that filed a class action suit against the NCAA to sue for the right to use their name and likeness. So basically, I think you're right. We can't get people on the same accord. NFL is probably 2,000, 3,000 players. You're not gonna get every black player to sit out because of different reasons, but you can get a select minority that can exert their power for a very short amount of time and create impact and change in the direction that we're trying to go in. So with that said, Pat Mahomes, Russell Wilson, Tom Brady, Drew Brees. 3 years ago, if they would have all sat out for any amount of time, I'm talking about for real, them 4 quarterbacks, if they would have threatened to sit out and say, get Colin Kaepernick back in this league, I believe he would have got a contract offer. Even if they did it in the off season, said we're not gonna play this year unless Colin Kaepernick is put on the team. But obviously some of those players don't have the same views. But if we're talking about that 4x100 squad, at some point it's like, I get it. Like, why is it always on the oppressed group to fight for change, to fight for people to see like this is how it should be? But I mean, for real, that's the reality of this situation. We gotta work 10 times as hard to get the same treatment. So
it's difficult, man. The fatigue, like up here, the fatigue in your mind. Like I know, out here some people saying like they just don't even want to. Man, it is what it is. I'm just trying to make it by and get to the next Friday and have a good weekend.
Feed my family.
But it's man. But that would definitely be huge though in terms of that. I didn't even think about having basically the biggest voices of whatever, standing up. That would definitely change something fairly quickly.
That's all it takes, bro. I mean,
it's definitely something all it takes.
It's diplomacy. It's politics. Like whole countries don't have to feel the same way. We just had an election. Half the country wanted Donald Trump to be president. But the majority said Biden.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now Biden's our president, and he brokering deals with other countries. So, you just need a powerful minority to represent the opinion of whatever group is needing to be represented.
Right.
So, as far as Sha'Carri Richardson, man, she a dog. She ain't probably never gonna hear this. But with that said, bro, I just hope she stay healthy. I hope that she, stay off weed, even though that shouldn't even be outlawed, realistically.
I mean, marijuana is difficult. It's in a difficult state right now. Like it's legal in half of the damn country right now. That shit is. So I mean, but yeah, she got to take accountability. You got to know what you in. Can't mess up the money. You got to.
But I don't know that she messed up the money though. She messed up maybe her legacy temporarily.
In terms of I want to say endorsements, I'm sure they still got her eye on her, right? But in track and field, I want to say Olympics, that got to be one of the biggest stages to go there and hold it down and win. I know that check is going to be totally different.
The gold medal is different.
Right, and on a global, right? The whole world watching this.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, so it had to hit the pockets a little bit.
Bro, it's like, I definitely get what you're saying. You're not wrong in what you're saying.
Yeah.
But the groundswell of support that she got after what happened to her, I think she could definitely parlay that into a financial situation. But it just takes a little bit of strategy.
Yeah.
I mean, we talking about, she's really the face of it.
That's a good point. Taking a little bit of strategy.
Right.
Now, that being said, in terms of her circle, right? What just came out, what happened to her, whatever.
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah.
Who's around her right now?
Yeah.
I mean, it can go left, it can go right. So who's around her right now to, in a sense, to take advantage of this opportunity? Because it is an opportunity of where she's sitting at now. Like you said, a bunch of people is coming together. Everybody got her back.
Yeah, for
people
sure.
People want to see her do good. People want to see her win. But what's this team around her though?
Yeah, for sure.
If you had a solid team around her, they would have, she's her own person, right?
But that's the time. Her mom passed. That's the time where you need ultra support,
right?
Like people checking on you every single day, making sure especially during this time where you can really level up. But like you said, she is her own person.
She's her own person.
So you never know whether it was her, purely her decision, or if it was other people who played a role in that. But just strictly from a financial position.
Yeah.
Like the black dollar is behind Shorty right now.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know if she has a way to capitalize on that. But thankfully, collegiate athletes and amateur athletes can make money off of their likeness. Imagine if Shorty came out with a line of edibles. Imagine if she came out with, her own nail line. Like she always wearing lashes. What if she came out with like lashes that stay on when you sweat? Or she could probably sign a deal with Nike, honestly, bro. Like all that perception is kind of changed. Like you can get a deal even though you smoke weed,
right?
Even though you anything, bro.
Right.
So I think she will capitalize off of it. I just hope she can get on that stage. But I do think that the stage is flawed, and we have a really skewed perception of like what's important. Because let me ask you this: if you're the fastest, do you need to go to the Olympics?
That's a good question. In terms of track and field, I'm not quite sure if you need to go to the Olympics. I just know in terms of platforms,
right?
One of the first things that we think about when we think about Olympics is track and field. Like that's
the one.
Sports,
that's the one.
Right?
I mean, what else is there? It's that 100-meter dash, bro.
It's, you know what I'm saying? That so in terms of Olympics, it gotta be that. That's the money maker. Like,
right?
I'm not saying that she still make a great fair amount of money without it, but in terms of platforms and getting your name out there. Right.
It's like signing the deal.
I mean, that's sort of time to become a superhero.
You remember Brock was here?
Yeah.
He was talking about the truck game is like the rap game. It's like the rap game.
And that is it, right? And I'm gonna run back on that question, right?
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about her until the Olympics has come up.
Man, you been unplugged.
I have been unplugged. Yeah. But I'm sure there's a lot of other people. It's that big. Like Olympics is that big to where now
a person who is unplugged. Right. Now you know who she is.
Now I know who she is because Olympics is around the corner and everybody is talking about this lady. And she's been top 10 fastest woman in the world for the last 2-3 years now.
Yeah,
that's true. 19.
That's true.
So Olympics gotta be that, it gotta be that.
I'm just thinking like, as far as if you the fastest, you the fastest.
Yeah, you the fastest.
Like Usain Bolt, didn't he run his fastest in like the world championships and not the Olympics?
Yeah, it was some other stuff, but he did run in the Olympics as well.
Yeah, he did.
So it was like, and I want to say too, he also had already competed in the Olympics, so we already knew who he was.
Yeah, for sure.
So we was kind of following any little race.
Anytime he run,
right? And we got to tune in.
Yeah,
we got to catch it. So
this is what I'm thinking, bro. I get all that. But man, fuck the Olympics, dog. Yeah. I ain't like, bro. We're so indoctrinated to think that, you know, if you're a rapper, you need to sign with a major label. You don't need that shit. No.
That's the thing. I don't really understand the track and field industry based on how they really eat and how, you know.
I think
can they just run a pickup game? Can we just run a pickup track meet?
Obviously, you know, it's most beneficial to go to that stage because it's national, it's global television. NBC is playing that in Sri Lanka.
Right.
So it's undeniable that's the biggest stage for track and field. And it's like, I mean, for any career, it really catapults you. Think about boxing, almost every, you know, heavyweight champ that you knew of probably was in the Olympics. And, you know, if they won the gold medal, they was out of here. Like, you know, what's up, boy? De La Hoya got the gold medal. Roy Jones lost the gold medal, I think, or maybe he won it. Floyd Mayweather was on that stage. So it really does something for you. But at the same time, look at how they disrespect our people. Like, particularly people of color. You know what I'm saying? Or even people, you know, they had Muslim women who were trying to compete, but they wanted to wear the traditional, you know, headwear. For a long time, I think they had to sacrifice their values in order to compete on that stage. Or maybe they didn't even compete. And only recently have they adapted. So it's just like, bro, imagine if we had the Black Olympics. Imagine, you know, now we getting into a whole separate conversation. We're talking about segregation, and people gonna look at that like it's a racial thing. But I'm just like, I mean, the BET Awards don't get respected, but why not? Because the people that it's created for don't respect it, and now it's not even run by us. So, I mean, I'm going off a tangent, bro. Let's bring it back. Let's go talk about Zaila Avant-Garde. Hope I'm saying her name right. Another beast. No, she's not a hooper, bro. She the spelling bee champion, bro. The first Black national spelling bee champion, bro. A beast. Talk about. We didn't even know. We know 2 days ago, bro. We didn't know who she was.
Nah.
She went to spelling bee, get on national TV talking about. Yeah, I mean, spelling bee is, you know, just kind of a hobby. My real thing is part-time. My real thing is basketball. I look at the basketball highlights, bro. She going crazy. I'm talking about tween behind the back fillet.
Man.
Bro, she was going wild, bro. Like in game and practice footage, got multiple world records of dribbling basketballs. Like, she's really a beast.
Her work ethic is crazy. And her mindset is, you gotta be up there to retain that type of information. One, for spelling, man, I still can't spell.
I can't spell. I be relying on,
man, look, Google, I don't know what's on the iPhone, what kind of system built in.
Spell check jump.
Go ahead and spell that out for me, man. I'm just guessing. Well, hold up. Yeah, okay, hold up. I-E. Okay, hold up.
You talking about there?
Go ahead and pick the right one.
I still be saying the rules in my head, like E before I before E, except after C.
And she just finished spelling a word you ain't never
heard of. That you will never use in your lifetime. Right. She know it like the back of her hand. And that's the second best thing that she do.
Yeah, that's just part-time. Something that she put a little bit of work into.
Just, you know, something, I just picked it up.
Oh, nah, man.
A little hobby, you know. That's the type of woman, that's the type of girl that we're talking about. 14 years old, a beast in basketball, probably academically as well. You're the national spelling bee. It might be global spelling bee. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
It'd be kids from different countries on there. Yeah. I don't know. She a beast though. You want to get into the?
Then she had what she got? She had the Guinness. How many Guinness Book
World Records she got? Three Guinness World Records. Yeah.
Juggling.
It's like dribbling, juggling. She
dribbling,
juggling. Boy.
Hey.
Oh man.
Man, I still can't hit. You juggle?
I can juggle, bro.
Man, I never put enough effort into it.
I sat down one day. It was one day. I said, man, I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna figure this out.
Yeah, I did about 20 minutes, bro.
It was like 2 hours. That's all you needed like 1 more hour.
Yeah,
you got it. You was gonna get it. But I'm talking about, she tough. Like, look at her highlights if you haven't seen them already. she really is a beast on that court. But we can get into, man, let's just keep it real, bro.
Yeah, man. That is huge accomplishments, man.
For
Shout out to
sure.
her. Hopefully, she get everything she wants out of life.
Hopefully, she is getting everything. Hopefully, what she is doing is what she wants to do.
Right. Because I know, we all know, right, with great talents comes great sacrifice.
Absolutely.
And, with 14 years old, that age, we got to assume that, right, she's been sacrificing for some time to reach the levels that she's at right now.
For sure.
She's been sacrificing for some time.
Yeah.
And, she's a child.
14 years old.
And
then you don't just wake up 14 and you just like that.
She's a child, right? And remember, if you live long enough, right, life expectancy, you live long enough, right, we're going to be an adult longer than we a child. You only got one childhood.
Absolutely.
That's it. It's over with. Can't get that back. Right? But as soon as you hit 18, you grown forever. That's it. You live to 60 plus, 70 plus, 80 plus. You don't get those years back.
Yeah.
And we at an early age, those experiences shape us
to be the person that you're going to end up being.
Yeah, and it can be for the good or the bad, right?
Hey, it's funny, man. You said once you become an adult, you're an adult forever, basically.
Yeah.
It was this 6-year-old, 7-year-old kid. I was racing him at my mom's event, and he didn't know that was my mom. My mom looked kind of young.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Wait, that's your mom?" I said, "Yeah." He was like, "But you're both grown-ups." I was like, "Yeah, she's just a little older grown-up." He was like, "What?" I said, "Yeah, I became a grown-up, and once you just get older."
That's it. I'm this age, fine wine. Ain't no more birthdays, taking accomplishment.
He didn't understand,
you just get old after that. After 18, you get old.
You just keep going. So, basically, the girl is a beast, right? And she put in an incredible amount of work and hours in order to get to the level that she's at, and it's really admirable. I guess it's actually incredible, the level of skill that she's accumulating.
It's incredible.
In just one of those skills,
right? She's doing a few things,
bro. She's doing
at the highest level,
right? So it's just hopefully that's what she wants to do, and it's not external forces that are saying, "No, this is what you're gonna do. You have to do this. You gotta wake up by this time," because we know it's a negative side to that too, right? And we'll take it off of her because that's a child. You know what I'm saying? She's still in that developmental stage. We don't know her situation.
Right.
Just, God willing. But Todd Marinovich, let's tell him about Todd Marinovich, bro.
There's a few stories, man. Todd, we got Michael Jackson.
Damn. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a lot of examples.
It's a lot of examples, man.
Yeah, basically just.
But go ahead, tell them about Todd.
They don't know about Todd. Everybody know about Mike.
Yeah, go ahead, tell them about Todd.
Mike. No, they don't know about Todd. So Todd Marinovich, I need you to lead this John too, because you knew something I ain't know. I ain't know about the baby. So Todd Marinovich, man, he had a dad. I wish we knew his dad name, but we ain't gotta pull that up.
Shout out to the pops.
Nah, he destroyed this man.
But them first 18 years, though, he created a monster.
He was a man with a plan. You know what I'm saying? He was like LeVar Ball to the nth degree.
Yeah.
This dude had a child, basically planned that I'm gonna have this child.
Yeah. Planning he's gonna have a child, plan out what this child life was gonna look like from day to day, right?
And do you know what his background was?
Nah, I don't.
It had to be some type of training or nutrition or something.
Yeah. It had to be. He was, when I was watching a little bit of the documentary, I said he was, doing these type of stretches on the child, right? When he was a baby.
Not a child.
Right, he was a baby. Right? He was a baby. And he was, breaking it down, what he was going to do, allow, his calf to grow.
He was documenting this too.
Yeah, he was documenting it.
That's
crazy.
crazy.
It was a whole experiment. Yeah, no, don't shout out.
Yeah, don't shout out, bro. So basically, he took his child, right, as a science experiment from birth, out the womb, snatch him up. This is my baby. Don't talk to my baby. Don't look at him, right? Put him in the house.
Yeah.
He doing all these drills with him from like the age of 2. And all of this was in an effort to make him an NFL quarterback.
Right, prodigy.
The greatest quarterback of all time.
Mm-hmm.
And he got to a level where he was a beast. Like high school, bro was like #1 player in California.
You can be way ahead of the game because the sacrifice is so great at that early age. Nobody else is doing that. Yeah, nobody else is doing that.
So he get to a level where he getting offers from colleges all across the country. He ended up going to USC. And once he got that independence, this is another thing that we ain't touch on yet. But once he got some independence, he ended up falling into drug addiction, specifically heroin. But it still, he was such a beast, it still didn't derail him to the point where no NFL team was gonna look at him. So he ended up getting drafted by the Raiders, and then he got that money. And when you got a heroin addiction in combination with millions of dollars, it's just not a good recipe. If you ever become a millionaire, I would advise you not to take heroin because the product.
Hey, that's one of the roughest ones you can get into, man. It's man. I don't know how many gateway drugs are out there, but dang.
I don't think that's the way. That's the gateway.
I feel like the heroin is like the last one.
Yeah, that's the. Oh man, yeah, don't do heroin, man. It ain't even heroin no more. To keep it real with you, like it's lace half the time. Now you take that jump, boy, you might die instantly.
Yeah.
So, bro, long story short, bro is like 50 years old. He been living on Venice Beach for the majority of his adult life. After failing, in the NFL, going to Canada, still a beast, but still addicted to heroin. Yeah. But let's touch on this, bro. Having your child's life planned out to a T and what it does.
Write it down.
You can't wait your whole life to make a change.
Believe in yourself.
Innovate with integrity and intentionality. Nobody want to work for someone. It's a very select few people who get to a point where like they doing exactly what they want to do.
Yeah.
But it's like, if you can at least do something where you find meaning in it, until you get to a point where you could either fall back or do something that you actually have a passion for. You gotta just buy your time.